So, let's talk about that Civil War. Let's discuss the quality of this recent superhero juggernaut of a movie. I liked it. I think it was pretty fucking good. Initially, I wasn't sure. I'm not sure where I placed it. Maybe I thought it was better than Winter Soldier at a certain point. But I still think that Winter Soldier's probably better at this juncture. I don't really know. It really depends. I have to rewatch not Civil War. I've seen that twice now. But I need to rewatch Winter Soldier because I've only ever seen that movie once. So I need to reform my opinion on it to be completely sure. But I know that Civil War is still a good movie. Still one of the better Marvel movies. At the least, it's in the top 5. So that's still saying a lot considering how many movies there are. It was pretty good. I liked Spider-Man's portrayal a lot. Even my second time seeing that shit, I was like grinning like a fucking moron because I just could not get over the fact that Spider-Man was in the Marvel Cinematic Universe and he was being portrayed exactly how comic book Spider-Man should be portrayed. You know, as Peter, he's a frail, scrawny nerd who doesn't seem tough at all. And as Spider-Man, he's the charismatic guy who never shuts the fuck up. It's very nice to have that. And he's like still not to be fucked with, even though he's still a kid in this movie. He still, you know, kicks a fair amount of ass despite that. So I was really happy with that portrayal. I'd say my favorite characters in this movie were probably, Spider-Man and motherfucking Black Panther. Black Panther doesn't give a shit. That dude... I swear, at the end of the movie, I just laughed. He acts like such an African, right? He was like, hey man, what are you gonna do if these government officials find out you're hiding my boy here? That's pretty dangerous. And all he says is, let them try. That is some Nigerian shit, even though... But anyway. So, those two characters are my favorite characters. I really liked Black Panther in that movie. Cap was still good. I gotta say, I didn't give a fuck about Captain America initially. Honestly, I did not give a shit about that guy. Not the slightest fuck. I dragged myself to see the first movie, and I was like, that's alright, I guess. And then Winter Soldier was great, and now this is good. So, I've come to like Steve Rogers as a character more so than I used to. So this is all part of the charismatic Marvel Cinematic Universe with its great characterization and whatnot, because I didn't give a fuck about this guy. Now I'm really fond of him. I'm really fond of his boy Bucky too. Bucky and Falcon were pretty hilarious in the movie too. You get some cool scenes with them. Snyder! You thought I was not gonna bring up DC, didn't you? You thought for a second that I would forget to fuck with you in a review called Civil War. You got it fucked up, boy. Oh, man. I gotta say, it's really hard for me to even muster up rage for Batman v Superman after Civil War. It's almost like Civil War cleansed me of my fucking putrid Schneider roller coaster. I mean, really. I barely remember that movie now because Civil War hits like the same... It tries to hit the same notes that Batman v Superman tried and failed to hit, and it basically hits them a lot better. You know, it's just so much in the movie that makes me think, if only Batman v Superman did that, it would actually have been decent. Too bad for that, though. I mean, even the fact that Civil War brings in two characters who've not been previously introduced in the cinematic universe, and we kind of care about them already. We're very interested in them, Black Panther and Spider-Man. When you compare that to how Wonder Woman was in the fucking movie, where she was just like there for a bunch of nerds to jerk out, yeah, Wonder Woman, you know, she's not really a character. I don't think you can really argue that Wonder Woman's a character. And if you did try to, I would just laugh at you. And I laugh at a lot of people, so I guess it's not really surprising, but I probably laugh harder than the average laugh. Snyder. What are they gonna do with you? What the fuck are they gonna do with you? Are they gonna fucking throw you out? But I don't think they can because you're still on contract. Oh, isn't it just great? A friend of mine came up with this theory before. He wondered, is there an agent in the DC studios right now pulling puppet strings as he tries to get people to make bad executive decisions on the board so that DC can never be a legitimate threat to Marvel? Is that what he's doing? That's what it feels like. I mean, when you have Bryan Cranston as your fucking Lex Luthor and you're like, Bryan Cranston's good. He's good, but I'm thinking we should choose Jesse Eisenberg. I mean, come on over to Marvel. Walter White, come on over. We got plenty of room for you because over here at Marvel, they actually know how to cast people. Yeah, kind of a thing you forget when you're looking at Jared Leto as the Joker and he's got damage on his forehead. Oh, DC, just bend over and take it. You can no longer contest. I mean, Marvel's not even through yet. You got Suicide Squad. Civil War is still going to be in the theaters for a few months, making them a bunch of money. And then after that, we got Doctor Strange. And then on Netflix, we got fucking Luke Cage. And after Luke Cage, we got Iron Fist. I mean, what in the fuck? And you're supposed to get us moist. Get us moist with the promise of Wonder Woman next year or the year after that. And by the way, isn't it so funny that Justice League is also a two-parter, just like Avengers 3? Jesus, Snyder, it's like you try to play catch-up, except in the most unconventional ways possible. Like, I don't even understand what your mindset is trying to pull off the same frame as fucking Avengers 3. Oh my god. There's gonna be such a huge gap of quality once again, just like in Civil War and Batman v Superman, when you drop that Justice League movie, and then Avengers 3 comes out, and it completely humiliates you, just like it will now. I'm calling this right now. I know I've sidetracked in this video. I mean, Civil War is great. I gotta use this video to shit on DC because it's not something I do enough. It needs to shape up. And the only way it's gonna shape up is if a crazy deranged black man is making a fucking rant on in his car in the middle of nowhere. So, if it has to be me, and you can be damn sure it's gonna be me. So, Civil War is great. I mean, if you haven't seen it, what the fuck are you doing watching this video? Just go watch it. But I'm assuming if you were going to see it, you would have seen it by now. Friend of mine was complaining, saying that, he feels like the movie jumped around too much. But honestly, it feels pretty focused for a movie with so many characters. I mean, it could have been a lot more all over the place. I guess the next superhero movie I'm going to have to be looking forward to is going to be X-Men Apocalypse, but I ain't hearing too many good things about that, so I don't know if I might skip out or not, because at this point, what's the point of forcing myself to go see bad superhero movies? I mean, why? If I could just sit back and enjoy myself. I mean, Batman v Superman may have tried my patience. I mean, if it is requested enough somehow because somebody wants to see it, maybe I would just fucking force myself to see a DC movie just to make a video off of it. I mean, I've seen worse movies, I guess. Maybe. I don't know. Honestly, Batman v Superman's feeling like the worst movie I've seen in a long, long time. So, I just find it really comical that, yeah, Civil War pretty much has the same plot lines and plot points and everything, and it's so much better at it. I mean, the fact that Cap is fucking, when somebody dies in Civil War, Cap decides to talk to the person about it and, explain that it's part of the job and that if you don't do what you're supposed to do, more people are going to die. And that's something that, really should have been talked about in Batman v Superman, but wasn't, because Batman v Superman is like flat diet Coke. So, yeah, I don't really know how to say much more about the movie. It's good. If you liked other Marvel movies, you'll definitely like this. I don't know where you'll rank it personally, but, I mean, it is what it is. I really like the Cap versus Iron Man fight. I gotta say that was really emotional. Like, in terms of action, it wasn't my favorite fight, but it really carried a lot of fucking weight. And a friend of mine pointed out that it was pretty funny that Tony actually tried to cover his face when Cap was busting Iron Man's ass. He was like trying to fucking cover his face because he thought he was gonna fucking shove his shield in his face even after all they've been through. That's pretty sad. But you know, Tony's at his lowest point. You know, my dad, that's my dad's shield, man. You got it. That's what you talk about. This guy is going through hell. I mean, I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure that's what happens in the comic books. I'm not entirely sure because I'm not really an Iron Man guy, but I'm pretty sure he's supposed to, you know, slowly go insane, and that seems to be what's been going on with this cinematic universe. So there's some depth to these movies now, and I gotta say, it's pretty well done. So, like I said, if you haven't fucking seen the movie, go watch it. And if you have seen it, I know you'll agree with me. And I know you'll definitely agree with me if you've seen that sad excuse for a film, Batman v Superman. By a sad excuse of a director named Zack Snyder, who owes me $10, by the way, because I was robbed by him. I demand my money back. So I can go buy another Civil War ticket, goddammit, because I've been robbed. I've been robbed. Everybody who saw that movie was robbed. Even if you think you liked it, you were robbed. I guess there are some people who enjoy being robbed. I don't know how. But anyway, that's it for me. I'd like to say I make more videos. I don't know. It depends. It depends.